Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to After the Fall, hosted by Scryer Vision. I am your game master this evening, Ryan. And joining me, as always, we have the party, yet to be named, which consists of...
Captain Nellie DeLance, the swashbuckling rebel who just won her third Bekklopp in a row, I believe, river race. And she's on cloud 9.
Orin Wisevale, the lazy yet highly intellectual dragonkin who is going first in the boat any other time, or is just not going in the boat at all after that experience.
Isaac Patterson, the Doc Brown in the making, who decided it was a good idea to give Nellie not fantasy nos.
It was a good idea. Also, I mean, from my perspective at least, Quinn, creative seer here, just happy that she didn't throw up in the boat and made it through her first time being in the boat race and last time being in the boat race. Thank God.
Yeah, next time it'll be for real. So...
What was not real about that?
It was very real.
It was in a simulated environment along a creek. There wasn't river pirates chasing after you, or, you know,
I fought a mythical creature.
You did. You fought a mythical creature that nobody knows exists, and no one will believe you.
I don't care about telling people. I just don't want to do it again.
Well, you're... Corin might want to retire then.
That is his dream, really. On brand.
Yes, unfortunately, retirement's a little hard to come by in the post-apocalypse, so...
At 18.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, welcome back to our audience, and to remind everybody of what happened last time, we had ourselves a boat race, which we've referenced several times this evening already, called the Bekklopp. It is an annual competition between the youth of Newcastle, Minnesota, and for the third year in a row, Captain Nellie DeLance won. Not even by just a little bit like it was last year, like full on minute ahead of everybody else won. The fantasy nos definitely helped, but the long cut through the enchanted woods probably also helped a little bit. So, you know, really, Tyler, I think Corin should be thanking the octopotamus that he ran into. So,
Not thanking anybody for any of that.
Well, okay then. I have made a note. The end of the Bekklopp race is the Paul Bunyan Water Park, which is on... does anybody remember what lake it's on?
It's in my brain. I know it is.
Anamanaguchi.
You only said it like 15 times.
Did it start? I didn't know how to spell it.
Did it begin with
Lake Caldera.
There it is.
That's
Very good.
not.
I am glad people are taking notes. So yes, you are on Lake Caldera. The water park has sort of this long sandy, or what was once a sandy beach. Now it's got a lot of like debris and stuff on it. Grass is growing up in the sandy area, but you can still tell at one time this was a recreational beach. Between that, there is a entrance to the park and then a parking lot. The park itself is pretty good sized. It has a number of water slides, lazy rivers, a couple of dark ride buildings that people like dare each other to go in, and only once has somebody never come out again. So that's
That's
fun
one
time.
too many.
Statistically, that's great.
Yeah.
No.
Or at least that's what everybody says happened. So, poor Roger. He never came out of the Mr. Toad's Wild Teacup ride again. So,
Roger was a jerk.
Roger was kind of a jerk, and
No.
people been talking. They think Corin maybe had something to do with his disappearance.
Wow.
You'll never know. Because he's too good.
No evidence was ever found. Corin was acquitted.
Not confirm or deny that I saw Roger right before he died.
Sus.
So one of the biggest features of the water park, though, is Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox statues, which tower above everything. Even now, after the fall, they still are these titanic installations that you can actually walk up the inside, and Paul Bunyan's head is actually a viewing deck to look out over the lake and forests. So, yeah, this is a place that the kids, the youths of the day,
Youths?
Yep, the
Who
youths. They go and they party without adult supervision because they think the adults don't know about the place. So,
None of our audience got that movie reference.
if you got the Two Utes reference that Tyler just made, go ahead and post it in the chat. What movie that's from.
Please let him know.
I don't get the reference.
I think John got the reference.
Well, I made the first
John
reference.
made the
Oh,
reference.
okay,
I
okay.
continued it.
Sorry. There we go. All right.
Sorry, I'm not in on it either.
Ah,
Fine.
it's because you're a Ute.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Immediately following the race, we definitely had a little bit of time before the party itself was going to get started. So what does the crew of the Ramshackle do immediately after the race is finished?
Make a recovery roll.
Are you okay?
So
I'm going to rest a little bit.
as the boat launches itself up onto the sandy beach and comes to a full and complete stop, Corin, you're able to unhook yourself from the harness that's tethered to the boat. Nell just kind of falls down into the sand of the beach as people rush forward. And as you're just trying to catch your breath for a second, Nell, they lift you up and are actually carrying you on their shoulders and with their hands. You're crowd surfing across the beach as people are congratulating you and bringing you up to a table that has been hastily constructed out of a couple of barrels and a plank of wood that has the trophy on it, which is actually a conch shell that has been dipped in what you believe is copper.
Interesting.
It is very heavy.
Copper-coated conch shell?
Yes, you have the copper-coated
Nice.
conch shell, which is the
Nice.
trophy of the Bekklopp.
I like it.
Nice. I will flaunt it and flex and just showboat.
Go ahead and give me a difficulty 1 might test to flex in your exhausted
please.
state.
Oh, please, yes.
Difficulty 1.
Gotta get a 3 or better, unless you want to use something to lower that difficulty.
I think we'll just roll it.
Okay.
Use effort.
I don't have showing off as a skill.
Aw, that's too bad. You gotta, you're gonna graduate soon. Get your showing off degree. You get a 1. 20.
2.
Oh my
A
god.
2. Oh.
Well, good. Could have been worse.
The first roll of the night.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. This
That's
is
what I was
just
hoping.
this is just a story-driven fail. It's not a a critical failure where something terrible happens.
Oh,
You
I'm glad
had
I
to
didn't pull a
grip
muscle.
the tiller of the boat so hard as it was skipping across the surface of Lake Caldera that your arms are just noodles right now. As you try to go and lift the conch shell, you're very certain that you have it lifted over your head until you realize that it's just dangling in your hand, loosely gripped, as you're being tossed around by people, and it does knock somebody in the head.
Cut to Corin, who's still just about to get out of the boat, and he just goes, "That's on brand."
Who's the unlucky somebody?
The unlucky somebody was Timothy. Oh, everybody likes Timothy.
Oh, sorry, Tim.
It's
You
okay. I'm all right.
Here's a snack.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very much appreciated.
Also, how do you spell conch shell?
C-O-N-C-H.
Thank you very much.
C-O-N-C-H.
Corin walks up to anybody really, just kind of walks up to the group, just with a haggard look on his face, and then walks up to Quinn and just kind of holds his hand out and be like, "Snack," and just goes, "Snack, please."
Yeah. Do you preference?
No.
Okay. It's just hands you.
He just
One.
starts just eating.
How was your half?
I don't ever want to do this again.
Well, this was the last year that we could do it, so.
There are few
Take
things
wherever
I've
you
ever
want.
been happier about.
I'm just happy that I made it through my half.
Now we get to choose where we sail. We
That's
get to
true.
choose which dangerous waters we explore.
Let's choose not to go back into the enchanted forest. I
Dude.
thought it was dangerous on foot.
Yeah, wow. Actually, do you think do waters connect to lots of places from here?
I would
Do you
imagine.
know? Oh.
Nell knows the answer to this question.
You know, they used to call this area the land of 10,000 lakes, I think.
Oh,
So you would imagine that a lot of the waterways probably
Water
connect.
riverways.
so we could take the boat someplace possibly.
To be fair, if we got on the Mississippi River, we could take it all the way to the other side of the country.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's assuming bad things aren't waiting for us at every turn.
well, yeah.
Which, if the past couple of hours tell me anything, that they are.
What? I mean, currently my only, you've seen my drawings. Is the only place I'm ever interested in is the cities.
We're going there. Like, yeah, we're not avoiding danger. Trust me.
And no, well,
We
it
shall
kind
be
of
selective
finds
about
us,
danger.
doesn't it?
It really does. It's a
And
real
Let it
drag,
find
but
out.
it
Gives
really
you
Defeat
another
it.
snack.
he eats it without stride. Just like doesn't even look at it. Just
Mhm.
sees that she's handing it to him, and he's just like, don't even know what it is. It's just,
So, John, what's Isaac up to during this period?
I think it's probably just keeping his mouth shut, just kind of going with the flow of the conversation, waiting for a point to come in.
All right.
I point at him and I say, "Nos saved our life."
That's good to hear. At least it didn't blow you up.
Either way,
The nose was awesome.
At this point, people have kind of started to go and see to the other people. The other people are, they're getting their own drinks and stuff. But now, a large bottle of what once was some sort of really sugary alcohol has been pressed into your hand as you were set back down. and kind of near your friends and boat.
Well, I definitely take a good swig of it.
It burns a little bit from the little cuts and nicks and stuff that you sustained during the race inside your mouth from just gritting your teeth so hard sometimes.
Snatch it
Hey!
and down a little bit of it myself. And then I hand it to, I assume Quinn's right. Quinn's the one right next to me. John's off a little bit, and I just kind of hand it to Quinn.
Like the tiny sip. And hands it off.
Isaac probably takes a slight sniff, and then doesn't want to look weird, so
Too late.
no.
This
Tries to do the Zombieland thing where he's just like,
Real good.
Unfortunately, yeah, this has probably been sitting in the heat and exposed to the elements for a number of years, so it is definitely probably not entirely safe to drink, but fortunately, the alcohol killed anything that might have been growing in it, so you're probably safe.
Okay.
Probably.
Nice.
It's at least as safe as oh god, now I've completely forgotten what it's called. Malort.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It's something out of Chicago. I know a bunch of people from Chicago, and it's basically like a challenge drink.
Ah.
Oh.
It's that level of like bitter, and I think it's like anise flavored. So it's got that black
Ooh.
licorice
Oh.
I dig it.
taste to it, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, basically Malort is like one of those things where it's like a challenge to drink it, especially if you're an outsider to Chicago.
No, I'll have to keep that in mind if I ever end up in Chicago again. Can't imagine I would. Anyways,
Let's go party!
do you just leave the ramshackle where it is?
What do we do? How do we
I'm
get
not
it
as
back?
concerned about someone sabotaging it, but I don't know how far it is from the party. Would it be better to drive it over to the party?
Well, there's no actual waterway that leads into the water park. There's the beach area that was open to the public that anybody could come and enjoy. And then if you wanted to like hit the water slides or the fun house, those were an extra cost.
Well, if it's in a good spot for just being parked, I don't see any reason why we need to move it. There's no reason to sabotage it at this point. Except
And
for
most
maybe
of the
out
other
spite.
crews that have arrived are just kind of leaving their boats on the beach as well. Speaking of...
Spite is a strong motivation.
Speaking of the other people who actually finished the race, we had, well, of course, the Ramshackle came in first. Then the Revenge, Titania's Grace, and bringing up the end, the Dorka, crewed by the crew of the Beast.
Yep.
I like that. That's funny.
The other teams who were not probably so fortunate to not run afoul of the Beast or the Dorka, they have not shown up yet, so it's probably going to be a little while before they wander in. But as you join the throng of people sort of pressing up into the water park through the gate that has been wrenched open, you are kind of all milling about what was once of an old wave pool. There are a number of, not musicians by any stretch of the imagination, but people who can play an instrument who are sort of providing some ambiance as people crack open barrels of ale and casks of moonshine that has been provided generously by the local crime syndicate.
Awesome.
So
Nell is not going to hold herself back. Her friends might need to get involved.
So Nell goes and gets a drink, and
Well, she gets a drink for all of her friends and brings it back to them.
There's also a number of tables that have been set up. The kegs and stuff are all in this little tiki bar area that was probably a bar before the fall happened. Though all of the original libations that were once housed here have long since been expended. So you all get some drinks, and you've got probably another 2 hours before sunset, which was when the lumber snacks are supposed to start their show. A lot of people are going off and exploring the park or undertaking challenges on the dangerous rickety slides to either ascend or descend them as quickly as possible. What does the party want to do?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What I know of, I assume the park is decently well known to everybody, like, you know, what's in it and stuff like that.
You've all been here before, yes.
Would I know of anything, any machinery or anything that could possibly help me in either upgrading my rifle, completing the SUV, or working on the 2 gifts for the 2 remaining party members?
Yes, I imagine that Corin has thought about this quite a bit. You could probably salvage some parts from the go-karts. There's a little go-kart track. There's also a shooting gallery that may or may not have had rifles in it, but it's been locked up and unable to be accessed by anybody over the years.
John.
Oh boy.
Or
I don't know where Corin's going.
Just fell out of it. It got real. It got real for a second. Isaac, would you like to help me scavenge some parts?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm thinking go-karts and shooting gallery.
Sure thing, yeah.
I figure if we have to be at this party, we should at least have some of our own fun.
Exactly. Isaac has no problem leaving the social gathering part and doing tech stuff.
I look at Quinn and Nell and I go, welcome to join us. I don't know what's going to happen. If you two would rather socially engage, I understand.
Quinn's probably gonna nervously look around to see if she sees Philip before she answers.
Yeah.
We could try and get the go-karts working.
Before Isaac and Corin walk off, Corin just goes, "Oh, hang on, I can help." Philip! And he just yells it really loud, and then just kind of grabs Isaac and is like, "Let's go." As I'm walking off, I point at Quinn, and then I point at Nell, and I go, "Keep an eye on her." Like, seriously.
Me? You're the one who's yelling.
I'm just saying. I look at Nell, and I go, "Nell, you drink up."
So, unfortunately, it doesn't appear that Philip has arrived yet. So, that cry only attracted the attention of Philip Donovan, a junior who is incredibly awkward and, rushes up to Cora and, did you need something?
Where's the, what is it? Where's the shooting gallery at? Do you know?
I don't know. There's a shooting gallery?
How about the go-karts?
Oh, east side of the park.
I just punch him in the shoulder, not hard. I'm not strong.
He is not strong either.
And I go, good man. And I just walk off. Hopefully with Isaac behind me.
He wanders off. So Isaac and Corin wander towards the east end of the park, navigating the familiar paths that have long since been left to rot and ruin after the fall took the world and this place. A lot of places you have to go over some sort of obstacle that has been left there. A lot of, strangely, a lot of automobiles just abandoned in the middle of the park that have been stripped or burned over the years.
Probably several of them by me.
Yes, probably. And also a few spots where these large slides that would have hung over the paths have collapsed down. And you have to either go under or over them. But you do find your way to the east end of the park, where there's a few fairgrounds-style attractions, including what's left of a Ferris wheel and the go-karts.
Interesting. All right, well, let's see how much ground we can cover. I think I have a feeling that before the night's done, we should get back as soon as we can. I'm feeling we're gonna need to keep an eye on, well, Nell.
Yeah, Quinn's fine.
Quinn's perfectly fine, but I don't want to leave her to that by herself for any longer than needed. That's just mean.
I would like Isaac and Corin to give me a speed defense test.
Yeah, here it goes.
And we're going to set the difficulty for this at 3.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say something super high. I was going to be like, Jesus Christ, what is it?
Your
3.
doom.
Speed defense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got nothing for that.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
I got a lot of skills and not a damn one of them's anything other than intellect.
We're going to see if you're able to get out of the way of something coming at you very quickly.
Oh boy.
All right, 15.
Good enough.
Keep rolling that one.
Yeah, crap, I got stuck in the hinge of my laptop. Hold on. Try this again. Also 15.
Good enough. As you are approaching the go-karts, there is a sort of grandstand style shop area that you're probably familiar with that's attached and was kind of the waiting area for this attraction. And the garage door is fully up. As you're approaching it, suddenly you hear engines click on and 2 go-karts zip out as 2 underclassmen take them for a joyride around the park. You are able to kind of throw yourself up against the wall and avoid getting taken out at the ankles by these very fast-moving vehicles.
Those aren't the only 2 that work.
They're not. There's about 3 in total that actually are functional, but there's a lot of non-functional ones too.
I just need parts.
As you enter the garage, the smell of decay and rust and rot kind of assails you. If you're going to take a look around, let's go ahead and do a mental test. We're going to set the difficulty at, well, what are you looking for? Let's start there.
For the go-karts, I'm looking specifically for stuff that I could use to fix the SUV, because I don't think there would be anything that would help me with a binocular or with Quinn's binoculars or Isaac's monocular device.
Okay.
But I think they probably could have some stuff that I could rig into helping me out with the SUV.
All right. So you're searching for that, and Isaac, are you searching for anything?
Probably just bits of working parts, like some working mechanisms and things of that nature, things that can easily be taken out without really being, and nothing too like car oriented, just specifically like something he can manipulate into
Some
anything,
tinkering
really.
stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, we're
even
gonna
like loose
set
bits of
the-
tools and whatnot.
Oh, that I think you might find. Difficulty 4 test.
So, auto vehicles.
Yes.
Of knowledge of auto vehicles. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I have
So-
machinery.
All right, that'll drop you both to a 3.
would repairing count? Since it's kind of like in reverse, I'd still have to know the parts and how they work and stuff.
Repairing is more like you're fixing something.
Okay, how about one of the things I always keep on me, it's the equipment that we were able to purchase in the beginning, is I always keep a bag of light tools.
Okay. That might come in handy, but at this point, no. We'll see.
I don't think there's anything else. Engineering?
Not in this instance.
Not tinkering. I'm not turning it into anything yet.
Well,
9.
have to expend one of these.
All right, we're spending an XP. What did you roll? The first one.
I rolled a 5, so we're gonna put that dice in the corner so we can think about what it's done.
I rolled a 9.
Exactly what you needed.
This is why I like to get things down.
14.
14. So as you're kind of looking around, it's pretty picked over in here, but you do find some tools and equipment. You find a bunch of go-kart parts, but most of them have been kind of left to rust. And then you do find, as you're looking around, a trap door beneath one of the workbenches.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
What they need with a trap door in here?
Who finds that? He finds that or I find that?
You both kind of stumble on it at the same time, but
Like while
Isaac
we're
finds
stepping,
it first.
like I step in and feel like one of the floors a bit loose standing. I'm guessing.
Actually, kind of, it's cement. Then you step on a portion of it that's metal, and hollow. That's how you find it.
That's weird. And I go down to investigate, kind of knock on it. Tink, tink, tink.
Nothing knocks back.
No.
After I finish doing whatever, if I got anything from my roll.
You're able to find some junk that you can probably sell to a salvage store, but nothing that you think would be terribly useful in this case.
What'd you find?
Well, I think I found a door.
Like a trapdoor?
I mean, it's a big hunk of metal in the middle of a concrete floor.
Is it open?
I test it.
So there is a workbench currently situated on top of it, but the two of you working together are able to kind of shift it away from it. And you can see that there is an unmistakable square hatch built into the floor here seamlessly. It looks like it was meant to be kind of hidden. And it does seem to have a handle that you are able to use some of the tools that you found to get loosened up. Do you try to open it?
Sure.
Okay. That'll be a might test. We're going to set the difficulty again at a 4.
Right. Well, can one of us roll and then the other's assisting?
Yes.
What's your might?
Mine is 11, I believe.
Mine's 10. I'll help you out.
Alrighty.
Right. Which is weird because I'm the dragonkin.
Exactly.
Never underestimate the strength of an elf.
All right, so yep. 15.
A 15. Okay, that is more than what you needed. You needed a 12 or better there. Actually went down to a 9. So it takes a moment. There's a creaking of metal as it suddenly gives way and pops open. Stale air assails you as you look down into a darkened, what appears to be pit. There is a ladder that leads down.
Any other smells other than just stale air?
Not that you're able to identify.
Okay, that's a good sign. If other smells assailed us, that could have been bad. How deep does it look?
From where you're currently standing in the current light that you have available to you, you can't see the bottom.
I pull
Flashlight.
out
Flashlight.
flashlight, or I was gonna pull out my watch.
So you both kind of have the same brainwave as you pull out your watch, you pull out your flashlight. It's only about 10 feet down.
Can I get a good look in there, like from up here, of just like what's down there?
Yeah. It's a concrete hallway.
Ooh, a hallway. I've played this game. That's how Resident Evil goes. I look around. Is there any other go-karts or anything I could pull some stuff from?
Probably. Some stuff that's partially disassembled that you could probably pick apart, yeah.
Are you wanting to explore this?
Feels weird without Quinn and Nell.
It really does.
Maybe put a pin in this?
Maybe, like... I don't know, like... Go down the hallway and, like, see if it, like... is a maze or anything, and then we're like, no, we're not going to do it. But if it's just, like, one room, then...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's give it a try. I'm going to give it a try after I'm going to try and get a few more parts before I do anything else.
Isaac probably takes the first steps down. How sturdy is the ladder?
The ladder is built into the concrete itself and seems very stable.
All right. Yeah,
You
he probably
note-
goes down the first couple of steps, goes down to the floor.
Okay. You note that the hatch actually had a seal on it, so that weather and water and stuff hasn't been able to get through over the past decade.
Looks like we broke the seal on this thing.
That's
Wonder
also
why it
good.
was sealed.
So
I use my watch to kind of like look around.
gives you a
The
little bit
hallway,
of
see if
light.
there's anything.
As you are looking around down at the bottom there, we're going to flash back over to Nell and Quinn. What mischief has Nell gotten herself into?
Nell's looking for whatever mischief she can get herself into.
You've got
Should
gambling.
have came with us.
Ha 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 ha.
It's true.
You have gambling,
Almost there.
feats of strength. You've got drinking contests. You've got dancing. There's literally whatever Nell wants to do. It's here.
All sorts of teenage debauchery.
Yes.
Quinn would probably just be like near Nell awkwardly.
I think she's tempted towards the drinking game, but it feels very mainstream mischief.
Oh, good. She's a hipster when it comes to mischief. Great.
Are you surprised?
Just disappointed.
Ah.
We should embrace all mischief.
Maybe your nemesis is from the revenge is doing the drinking game, and you can challenge her to a drinking duel.
Oh, good. That always ends great in the
Yep.
movies. This is my favorite John Hughes movie.
Yeah, I think we'll just do some drinking game.
Okay, and in fact, yes.
Do some drinking game.
Chrissy Brown, the captain of the Revenge, is currently participating in a drinking contest with a couple of the other captains who have arrived.
Drowning their sorrows.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Vlad, also known as Martin Rockford, is competing, as is...
Vlad come from?
He gave himself that nickname, didn't
Of
he?
course.
He did, yes.
I'm right, he did. Yep.
He dresses like all in black. He
Yeah.
shaves his hair into a widow's peak so that he
Of
looks
course.
more. He like uses white makeup to pale his skin. It's
Wow.
Oh,
Of
he's gonna
course.
be a big bad someday.
and Wilma Arneson, the captain of the Titania's Grace, is currently at the table, but appears to have already been out. Nell, you sit down. They all just kind of look at you as a drink is poured for you.
I would like to approach and say, what are your children playing for? And then just very obviously set the heavy conch shell down and just go let it loudly thud onto the table as I take my seat.
So the table is actually metal. So there's a loud clang as the copper conch shell kind of collides unceremoniously with the table, spilling a couple of the drinks. Vlad just kind of turns to you and hisses.
So glad I'm not there.
Down, boy.
We're enjoying ourselves. What are you doing? Showboating?
It is my right, is it not?
Good one. That was a good one, actually.
Well, we're having a drinking contest. Whoever can drink the most wins.
Anything at stake?
Pride? Somebody kind of nudges Quinn and says, You wanna make this interesting?
Uh-oh.
Me? I'm just here to keep an eye on her. I'm not.
Okay, so you're gonna bet on her.
Oh, are we betting? We're betting on the who's gonna drink the most?
Yeah. You don't think your friend is gonna drink the most?
Let me just think about this for a second. Is the only competition Vlad currently, or is there other people involved?
Chrissy Brown is also involved. Unfortunately, Wilma Arneson's already out, and
Out.
yeah. So,
Uh,
I mean, Captain DeLance is gonna have to catch up.
It's like, do I have to bet right now?
Yeah, that's how this works. I'm a
What
bookie.
what do I bet with?
Money?
Oh, I got snacks. Can I bet snacks?
No.
Does she even have any money?
Probably a little bit.
She'll bet like I don't know what you would. Is it dollars and quarters and stuff
dollars.
that you would have?
Yep.
Yeah.
American currency is still the coin of the
She'll
realm.
pull out like a little wrinkly dollar that she's got at, like the bottom of her bag and say, you know what? And she's gonna look at Nell and she's gonna say, this dollar. Okay. She hands it to him and says, Nell's she's gonna win it.
Put it all on Nell.
All
He
on
kind of
Nell.
like uncrinkles the dollar, holds it up against the sun. Whole dollar. Okay.
Yeah.
Tucks it away, writes you a ticket, hands it to you. You see that Nell is currently not favored to win, and you get the impression that your bet probably solidified that decision.
My $1?
Nell's gonna definitely be putting on a lot of bravado, but she's very doubtful of her abilities here.
Hey, if the
But she's
odds are
going to
real
have
low,
fun anyway.
if the odds are real low, you'll win more money.
It's true that $1 could become $5. So,
Take that in real life.
yeah, I mean. So, Nell, are you going to compete?
I'm going to compete.
Well, you're already 3 drinks behind, so you're going to have to catch up.
Let's do it.
3 pints of liquor, ale, are sat in front of you. As you quickly attempt to down them, I'm going to need a might test. And we're going to call this difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. I have nothing to help me. So we're just gonna roll.
Yeah, do it.
Do I want to use a point of... I might as well use some edge. It only cost me 2 points.
Yeah, there you go. Spin those
Why not?
points.
Oh no.
How'd you do? Is it 2 again?
No, I rolled exactly what you wanted me to roll, Ryan.
A 1?
It's a 1.
Hey!
I will not be re-rolling it.
Oh.
So you take the first drink, and you've already had a little, and the exhaustion, the dehydration, the very long day on very little sleep that you've had, the excitement, you take that first drink, and you do get it down, but Quinn, you watch as she finishes the drink, and as the last bit of alcohol flows into her mouth, she just tips backwards and poof, hits the cement.
Am I conscious?
Nope.
No.
You come
the one.
to moments later. Your head hurts a little bit, and you are kind of being seen to by Quinn and a strange person that you've never seen before.
Did I win?
No, but not. You
Not
weren't
even
even. You didn't even. You barely finished one.
I feel like crap.
Guess it was
What did you do to my head?
Strong for you, huh?
Oh, I can't wait
It's been a
for
long
them to
day.
tell us about this when we get back.
Yeah, you
Oh, it's gonna
probably
be so
should have
good.
eaten a little bit more before you drank all that.
All that one.
Do you need I'm afraid to give you a snack, or it might become
Not about eating.
extra. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Probably eat some food. Technically, it was like her third drink, so.
Yeah. Very quickly, too. So yeah, there is actually a spot where people are currently grilling. There is some veggie dishes, and there's some wild game that has been caught and captured here.
Well, we're gonna go get food, because obviously we need to eat.
Yeah, you.
I imagine Nell's
look
And Nell's
pale.
stomach on cue grumbled.
It did.
Let's put some food in your belly.
So 2 of you go to grab some food, and we'll flash back over to Isaac, currently in the cement tunnel. As
I'm
you,
like shining my flashlight down on him.
I thought you were going to go strip some parts off a go-kart.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing that. Never mind.
'Kay.
I tell him as I walk away, I go, scream real loud if something bad happens. Please, scream real loud.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Also, we have the radios.
So as you get down to the bottom, there is sort of a dampness to the tunnels down here, this musty smell that hits you. But you're shining your watch, and it seems that the tunnel...
I gave him the flashlight.
Okay.
Does it? Does the watch? Wait, does the watch shine just as much as the flashlight?
Just about, really.
Does it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. If I saw that, then
Yeah,
it's
we're not
fine.
talking like the iridescent kind of glow. We're talking like an actual
It gives a
like
light.
it can shine out.
Cool.
It doesn't just
cool.
like glow in the dark sort of thing. It like literally becomes its own source of
No,
illumination.
Never mind. That's fine.
Yep.
It has a green tint to it, but you know. So yeah, you are
That makes it cooler.
kind of looking around, and it's a hallway that goes for quite a ways in either direction, as far as you can see. And there's a series of numbers next to the ladder at the bottom. There's also what appear to be light fixtures. It's not a very wide hallway. It's probably only 5 feet. But, I mean, to you, it's pretty big.
What do the numbers read on the where I came down?
They read 14B-GKRT.
Dash GKRE
T, as in
T. Go
Tony.
kart.
yes.
Okay. Huh. Looks like we're dealing with a May situation.
Awesome. I'll be down in a second.
You are able to strip some pieces from the go-kart that you think will be useful.
Cool.
And there's now one less functional go-kart.
I'm not in this for other people's fun.
It's fair.
I mean, we are the protagonists.
I didn't sign up for that.
So you descend down into the hallway too?
Sure.
All right. So the pair of you are faced with a decision. Do you go left or right?
How far down do they go?
As far as the light goes, a little
Are
further.
there doors?
Not that you can see.
All right. We need to make an informed decision about this right now. Are we doing this, or are we continuing on to the shooting range to scavenge a little bit more?
We might actually get something useful at the shooting range in case we run into something, and then we can always bring Nell and Quinn.
This was sealed, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then we definitely want to come back here. Probably with Quinn and Nell. But yeah, we
Exactly.
definitely want to come back here. I guarantee there's probably some interesting stuff down here. But okay, yeah, let's come back.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get back up and seal it off.
Yeah, so when we get back up there, we're going to close the door. Can we combined efforts like drag one of the non-working go-karts like over it?
Sure.
And then also kind of like position the bench there to where it just looks like there's just a mess
Yep.
and you can't see it?
Yeah, you're able to make a mess very quickly.
We have trapped somebody in there. Oh no, it was sealed. Okay, it's safe. It's safe.
Somebody was already trapped.
Yeah, they're already dead. It's fine. All right, I guess we head off to the shooting range, see if we can find it.
All right. So you wander the park a little bit, but you know roughly where it is, and though a tree has fallen in the path that you intended to take and you had to reroute, you are able to find the shooting range next to the bumper cars. The structure is cement. It has metal grates with locks on them, and it shows numerous attempts at people trying to breach those locks.
They've never dealt with the two of us.
I have to assume that you two have also tried this before.
Probably. And we're gonna try again.
Okay.
Okay, if we have tried this before, then I will use this to my advantage. What have we tried before? What have we learned so that we know not to repeat mistakes?
Saws don't work. Axes don't work.
That's fair.
It appears that the metal grates may be enchanted. Like there's
tell if
no
they're enchanted?
way to actually pop them.
No, we were working on a detect magic thing, but we haven't finished it.
No, we haven't completed that yet. That's
This is the point of of one of the things I'm working on. So the grates are something's up with the grates. Like they're far more sturdy than I would
Yeah.
think they should be.
You know that the scavengers in the first few years of the fall came here, and they attempted to get in using a cutting saw that is supposed to like slice through cars, and it broke the saw.
What about a door? Just the door.
Reinforced also has a metal grate over it.
So the metal grates are the only way in, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Isaac.
yeah.
In all the times we've tried to break in, have we ever thrown magic at the grates?
You know, I don't think we have. Would it be possible for me to shatter the concrete around the grates?
No, because the shatter spell only works on small objects.
Gotcha. Okay.
No bigger than a coffee cup.
Would it be possible to shoot a shatter bullet at the cement?
Well, if you're gonna start shooting stuff, yeah, probably you could certainly try.
I do this instead, and I say, okay, so I know this is enchanted to shoot a shatter bullet, and that would be great, but it would also make the sound of a gunshot. And I pull a bullet out and hand it to Isaac, and I go, why don't you just take this small object and cast shatter on it? Because we're not idiots.
Exactly. We're not complete idiots. I place the bullet right at probably like the street. I'd probably have Corn do that. Could Corn use that ability where he studies the grade
Predictive.
and find
Could
like
I
the
use
weakest
predictive
point?
equation on the area to see if I can find, like, I'm concentrating on it. I'm wanting to find like the best place to place something for when him to like cast shatter it, like at least some kind of weakened spot.
You're trying to find a spot that it's a pressure point, essentially.
Yes. Cost me 2 intellect points to use that skill.
Yeah, you can certainly attempt to use it.
Okay. That is. Yep, it's just next time I interact with it, the difficulty to the related task is reduced by 1 step.
There is a crack in the concrete in front of the door, maybe a foot away from it. You're not sure, but as far as you can tell, the door itself doesn't have any weak points.
That's fine. I think we've decided, like, since we can't overcome the magic of the grates, maybe we're gonna try and like cheat it or something by trying to like work the spaces around it. So yeah, if we find that crack, I take a little bit of time to really study that, like move around, like really examine it, and I find that crack, and I just point at it and let Isaac do his thing.
So I place the bullet in that crack and prepare a shatter.
I shake my head, thinking we spent so much time making my gun able to do this very thing, and we've cut the gun out of this particular equation, and it's just a little sad, but it's the right thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
And I step back.
Right. So I'm casting shatter.
Okay. So you reach out your hand, you focus, you cast the spell, letting the arcane forces flow through you and into the little bullet wedged in the crack in the concrete. There's a sudden loud popping sound, very similar to a gunshot, as the bullet... Yeah, it's not a quiet spell.
No, but...
explodes... Instead of just in one direction, it explodes in many different directions at once as it's deatomized and sort of brings a little bit of the area around it with it. As the ringing in your ears subsides, you notice that apparently there was a couple in the funhouse across the way making out as they kind of peek out, making sure there isn't something dangerous happening. A number of birds have taken off, flying around the air, causing a bit of a ruckus as well, as you look and see that the part of the concrete facing the building, near the building, is unharmed, but the concrete on the other side, facing away from the building, has been blown away. This definitely should have had more of an impact than it did.
Interesting.
Well then.
So it's not the grates that are just enchanted, it's the whole, like, there's a field around it, essentially.
People have tried to break through the concrete, too.
Well then.
How tall is the building?
About 13 feet.
It's a solid concrete building, right?
Yep.
Are there any windows or grates up high?
Yes, there are some windows, but they also have grates on them.
I don't suppose you have any magic in your repertoire that can, like, cancel out other magics?
Not yet, at least. That's something else to think about.
I don't even know if Quinn does.
Wait a second. Resonance field, that's a defense
Armor
thing. There's scramble machine, but that's more of like stopping a machine from working, not canceling out. That's not like a magic canceller.
Are the grates like screwed in? Like, can I see the screws or anything? Or
No,
the
these
bolts?
are like steel roll down grating.
Ah. I don't know if we're getting in here.
Not tonight, at least.
Not tonight. Although I'm adding this to my list of things that need to be done.
All right.
All right.
Well, at least we know something more about it now. There's a field around this whole place.
Seems like it.
And it's magical. That should have destroyed the concrete. Oh, I bet that grenade would have done something.
Uh,
Although I
Yeah.
feel like I used it correctly to save our lives.
yeah, probably. What about the thermite?
I mean, if the magical shatter didn't break the
True.
concrete, I don't think the non-magical. I mean, I'm all for science and everything, but I don't think it's going to do anything to
True. Yeah.
to this. It seems like it's protected from everything, damage at least.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
So what are you two gonna do now?
you said there were bumper cars. Are those still working?
No, they've long since been destroyed.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Didn't you say there was an observing area?
There's an observation deck in the top of Paul Bunyan.
Wonder how pissed people would be if I disassembled that observation thing and took it with me for the things that I'm making. You want to help?
Sure.
How far away is it from us right now?
Paul Bunyan is never far from anything in the park because he towers over the park.
Okay, as far as walking distance goes.
Not very.
Okay, I don't want to get like too far like away from the party because after this, I assume we're probably gonna go back.
Actually, the bumper cars were about as far away from the party as you could get, and now you're kind of looping back around.
Oh, okay, so it's on our way
Yeah.
essentially. All right, do you want to head to the observation? I kind of want to grab some stuff from the observation
Might as well.
looking devices. Cool.
All right. So you head along your way. Meanwhile, back at the party, now you've been fed. Quinn has made you a couple plates. Food is good. Delicious, in fact.
Better than a sharp stick in the eye. You said there were people with instruments?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I think I will borrow someone's drum and start leading people in sea shanties.
Okay. That is absolutely something that's going to happen, and you get them going. People seem real into it. Especially the Fairbanks people. They seem to have grown up singing in this fashion and are excited to learn some new songs.
Well, we definitely do that then. I think I'm gonna lead people around almost like a conga line of sea shanties, though. Drumming as I go.
You get a following. People enjoying themselves, having had more alcohol than Nell had when she fell, are following behind you. You've developed a little bit of a cult.
Yes!
Mark that off your goals.
Start cult. Check.
Yep.
Is Quinn joining in the parade?
She'll have to drink a little bit more to garner some courage to join, so she won't immediately join. But after she's had a drink, she'll feel a little braver to join in.
Okay. So you are currently having a drink by yourself, watching as your friend leads parade around the grounds.
A sea shanty conga line.
Yes. I promise you that is not the weirdest thing that will happen tonight.
I
When
made the right decision.
something very heavy is set in front of you. A copper-coated conch shell sits before you.
She'll look to see who placed it.
Captain Chrissy Brown.
Thank you for returning it.
Mm-hmm. Vlad tried to go make a run with it, but we stopped him.
Oh, well, I'm sure if Nell heard he was running off with it, she wouldn't have let him make it very far.
She didn't really seem in any fit state to actually do anything about it.
Well, she's better now, obviously. Look, she's, as she goes down the way.
There we go.
Is that better?
I mean, she's standing. Isn't that better?
That's fair.
Good race today.
How did they get ahead of me?
I don't know. I wasn't on the boat.
Quinn.
What?
Quinn, I've always considered us to be very good friends.
You have?
Of course.
The proper response.
Press X to doubt.
I didn't realize that was the case.
And as such a good friend, I'm really hurt by the fact you're not telling me how they got ahead of me.
Well, I can't tell you what happened on their end of the journey, just what happened on mine.
Fine. Enjoy your shell. She walks off.
Thank you.
This is the first time I regret not being there.
She's just like watching her walk away, like suspiciously, like.
I've always considered us to be such good friends. Oh, I haven't.
Did I see? Did I see?
You
Chrissy
have?
over next to
Since
Quinn?
when?
Sorry, Clarity, what was that?
Did I see Chrissy over next to Quinn?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
You are in
I'm into it.
You're in the zone.
the
The
shanties.
the Shanty Congo zone.
I think Quinn's gonna pick up the shell and then just like go check on the boat quick to make
Okay.
sure like nobody's sneaking around the boat.
More people are arriving as you leave the party area, and Nell behind. And you
That was a
leave
great decision.
through the gates down to the beach. You find that, in fact, there is a couple of people looking over the boat. You find Beatrice Zappa from the Titania's Grace and the pink updone hair of a dwarven lass you know as Ruby Rose, the engineer of the algorithm.
Oh, I just came to drop this off. She puts the conch shell in the boat. How's it going?
Well, we got sunk, so
Mm-hmm.
not very good. That's the dwarf.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. I mean, you've
Rough
got
buddy.
this is your first year, right?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. So like that you got
Basically, a
chances,
vice
more
captain.
chances to get people.
We're gonna win it next year. Not if
I-
I have anything to say about it.
I mean, I believe in both of your abilities.
Miss Quinn,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you are part of Team Ramshackle, correct?
That is correct.
What if we wanted to buy your boat?
Oh, that's not gonna happen. Nell, this boat is basically Nell's child. in boat form.
Right, but Nell's not here, and you are, so we're talking to
But
you.
I don't own the boat.
But you're part of the team. Are you not that important of a
No.
member of the team?
This is Nell's boat. This is not. I have no ownership over this boat. This is my first year even riding in the boat for it. This is not my boat. I'm just a teammate.
They both kind of give you a long look. Give me a knowledge test. Difficulty 2.
Okay. I'm scared. I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not enough. They both regard you with suspicion and disgust.
The two people checking out our boat regard her with suspicion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
They walk away, muttering to themselves and looking back over their shoulder at you.
She's just like, what did I do? I'm just.
Wow.
It is actually one of her like character traits to be really bad at social situations. So this is just right on par for her.
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
just like, I have no idea what I did.
Too real. Nice try. Please try again. Something not so real.
Yeah. She's just like, okay. She's gonna check over to make sure the boat looks okay, like that they didn't take anything off of it or anything like that.
It appears to be in good shape.
Okay.
The hula girl is still there?
The hula girl is still there.
Okay. I think she trusts that the boat will be fine to leave the conch shell there. Like it's gonna take the copper coated conch shell from their boat. So she's just gonna leave it there, but she'll like cover it up with some of the like rope and stuff, so it's not like out in the open.
Okay. So meanwhile, Isaac and Corin, you have reached Paul Bunyan's foot, which is the entrance to the observation deck. And you ascend the interior of Paul Bunyan's leg and torso and neck. You finally reach the top of Paul Bunyan, out of breath and a little tired.
Hey, Isaac. What do you say we check on the boat after this on the way back?
Probably not a bad idea.
Cool.
You're getting up to the observation deck just as the sun is starting to set. The lumber snacks will be starting their performance at any point, and as you kind of look out over the rails down at the park and down at the wave pool, you can see them getting set up on one end. They've got what looks like a Romani-style cart, a caravan with that's being pulled not by horses, but by a car and a trailer hitch. They're using the car's battery to power a rudimentary sound system and some lights.
Don't steal from other people. Don't steal from other people. Don't steal from other people.
You are not alone in the observation deck.
Ah, hell.
As you
Listen.
enter the large room with what once was a glass wall and a small railed deck that looked out over the park and over the landscape, you see that there's about a half a dozen other students here, and a couple of them look like they're about to do something stupid. They are currently fastening what appears to be some sort of backpack and harness set up onto themselves, and are continually looking down over the rail and seem to be trying to psych themselves up.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
what you doing?
Base jumping. It's gonna be great. This is not one of the ones that's actually wearing the packs saying it.
What's in the packs?
Parachutes.
Cool. How many parachutes are there?
He actually counts 2.
2 people have them on.
Yeah.
You two, come here.
Who are you pointing at?
The 2 that have the parachutes on.
Me, him, me. Oh, what? What do you want, Corin?
John, or sorry, you say your real name. Isaac, check out this one. I'll check out this one.
All right.
And I want to look and make sure that like it's a functional parachute that is going to open.
Excuse me, but no, it's a functional parachute, okay? I've
Hey,
tested
I
it
cut
before.
I cut him off and I go, the 2 of us are smarter than everybody up here and everybody at that party combined. And I don't care if you want to splatter yourself out there on the bottom, but I do want to do you a kind favor and make sure that your parachute's going to open. If you don't want me to, just say so and we'll go on about our business.
Bob and Short Billy, the 2 people wearing the backpack stuffed with parachute, kind of give a nod and turn around so you can inspect them. So that's going to be a mental test. We're calling this a difficulty, let's say difficulty 5.
Okay. I would say, are these actual parachutes or are these things that they have rigged up to be like parachutes?
It is a jerry-rigged parachute.
Okay, then I would like to use my... I'll just run these by you. Engineering.
Works.
The other thing is, since it's rigged to be something different, can I use my tinker skill?
Yeah, sure.
Since that is to use something to make it there. Okay, so that's down to a 3.
Yep.
I don't know, bag of light tools. I don't know if that would do anything. It's like
Not
screwdriver, wrenches, stuff like that.
Not in this
I think
case.
so. Okay. So that's what I got.
I also have the tinkerer skill, but then would I be able to use machinery, or does that not apply here?
It's not really machinery.
Okay. All right, then.
yet.
That's all I have.
Okay. So go ahead and make your rolls. I believe that means Corin's at a 3, Isaac's at a 4.
All right.
Yo, 17.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? The parachute deployed because it's a natural 1.
That means I get to do a GM intrusion.
I can just
boy.
picture out of the corner Corin's eye, like he's doing really well.
So we got
And
two
you
D20s.
just see Isaac going, all right, so I think this just boom, ah.
That's 2 D20s in detention right now.
So this GM intrusion will be delayed, but yeah, you look it over, you think it looks fine, probably, maybe.
No. Oh no.
Mine or Isaac's?
Isaac's.
Okay.
Corin, you're pretty sure yours will work.
I turn him around, pat him on the shoulder, and I go, "You're good," and I just kind of push him, not off, but like give him a push over there. And you're like, "You're good."
I told you it's good. All right, let's get this jump underway. Come on, yeah.
How was yours?
Yeah, I'm sure it was fine. It looked all right to me.
Isaac, you're actually quite confident this is fine.
This is fine. It's fine. This is fine.
I don't suppose there's anything I can do in this situation, is there?
Not really.
Okay, is there one of those observable, like, looking glass things?
There's a number of two-lensed things that you would put a quarter into to look out. They've been broken open to get the quarters out of them, but that's about the extent of the
That's what I
danger.
thought it would. I didn't think anybody would be taking the actual devices. They just want the money. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead, and while they do this, I'm going to get to work on those. Taking those apart.
A couple of the other people also take a rope, and it's like a very long rope, easily 100 feet, and toss it over the side. It looks like they're going to be rappelling down over the side of Paul Bunyan.
Is it just the ground at the bottom, or is it water?
There's some trees, but it's mostly ground.
I was more asking you, like.
Yeah, me.
No.
I'm Brody.
Is that your real name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, bruh.
Aim for the. I just kind of yell out as I'm like taking this apart. I'm just like, aim for the water. Just some advice.
All right, thank you. The two of them get ready for their jump as you're disassembling this device. Isaac, are you going to join Corin, or are you going to watch him jump?
I'm probably gonna join Corin.
Okay.
Don't want to see your work.
Nope. I'm just gonna hear the screams and just pretend nothing's happening.
It's all good.
I want it to be known to the audience and to the watchers that I did my best to save a life here.
Look, it's not my fault. That D20 is in detention as we speak. It's not my fault.
I'm just saying, I think let's just watch it go. All right. Yep, taking this apart. This is what I'm here for.
All right. Yep, you're able to quickly disassemble the device.
Not our circus, not our monkeys.
I just want to get as many pieces as I can to help with the two ocular devices that I'm working on.
Yeah, absolutely. There's several that you can disassemble, but you get to work on them. It takes a little while to actually disassemble them. So the base jumpers, get ready. They've got themselves positioned on the side of the building. They're ready to jump. And they are timing the jump for when the band starts playing. So you hear them warming up, bass guitar, electric guitar. It's not a typical sound. Trumpets. Doesn't sound bad. It's folk music combined with ska, so you know. Is what it is.
This is what we chose.
This is what we've done.
This is what the random music chart gave us when we rolled the dice.
Yeah.
You also, from your higher vantage point, can hear what sounds like sea shanties being chanted by a large group of people. Very, very loudly, very aggressively against what the band is trying to do.
I don't even look up from my work, and I again just go, that's on brand.
Yeah.
The base jumpers fall. You hear Brody go, all right, pull your cords. Pull your cord. Jeez. Short Billy! Short Billy! Oh no. Oh, I hope that tree broke his fall.
Look at Isaac. That was yours.
Look, let's just finish what we're doing here and.
All right. Finish what we're doing and then we just go down.
I mean, it's not our fault that they decided to go base jumping.
The rest of the people in the observation deck actually like rappelled down to go help Short Billy. Nell, you watched as one person with a parachute soared over the crowd and out towards the lake.
Fun?
Yes. And you heard "Aye!" as somebody crashed into a tree.
Just goofied right into a tree.
That looks less fun.
Fell 60 feet into a pine tree. The boughs kind of bending and deadening his fall as he hit the pavement after falling through the tree.
Oh, he'll be fine in a few weeks.
Yeah.
He'll probably break a bone.
It's fine.
It's enough
People
to stop
through
the...
worse.
Yeah. It's enough to stop the chanting and the sea shanties.
Yeah.
And then the band starts playing.
Not gonna ruin this party.
Oh.
A number of people are rushing over to them right now.
Yeah, I was about how close are we?
To what?
To the person who probably just died.
You are
It's
currently...
Short Billy. You put some respect on his name.
Short Billy died as he lived. Pointlessly.
An idiot.
Short.
Fucking idiot.
He lived it short. His life was very short.
Short and meaningless.
Okay. So,
Heartless. He's cold.
you are
The good news is the grave won't have to be very deep when you dig it.
It's wow. What's this party's alignment? My goodness.
No,
He fell 100 feet through trees. They might just want to cremate him.
Oh no.
So you do. Now you're about 50 feet away from him. If you want to go check it out.
Oh yeah, I'll go help them.
Okay.
That's pretty close.
There's a number of people from the Lutheran, Luther's Chosen after-school club who study healing magic are already attending to him. First aid kits are being deployed. It looks like he probably broke his leg, judging by the fact that it's kind of at a 270-degree angle from where it should be. And
Nice.
Supposed to be.
they're able to quickly set it and heal it to the point where he can stand, though he needs a little bit of support. People are applauding his efforts. His chute finally deploys as he's being stood up. And Brody just cannot be more apologetic.
Imagine what would have happened if we hadn't looked at the shoots.
Absolutely nothing would have happened. They would have gone off without a hitch.
I don't feel bad.
Well, does
I'm going
Corin?
to-
No, Corin doesn't feel bad. The one he looked at opened.
Do I know Short Billy?
Oh yeah, everybody knows Short Billy.
It's
Alright,
Short
I'm gonna
Billy.
get Short Billy a drink then.
He appreciates it. It's his fifth one. He was already pretty drunk. That actually probably
That's
helped
enough.
quite a
Might
bit.
have helped.
Yeah.
Oh,
So as that's happening, Isaac and Corin, you have descended back down the stairs, once again out of breath. As you pause just outside the foot, you notice something just inside the foot, underneath the metal stairs that lead upwards. There's another hatch.
God damn it, Ryan. Hey, look, another hatch. Let's open it.
This one does not require a roll because it has been opened
Oh.
before
Oh.
and opens quite easily.
There's a flashlight down in there. Does it look about the same?
About the same.
How far from, like, the go-kart place are we?
Currently, you're about 500 feet or so.
Knowing, like, I guess architecture and stuff, I mean, wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that, like, this is just, like, this is possibly connected underground in some way.
It's possible. You won't
All right,
know
well, this is
until you go
something.
explore.
This is something for another... This one was already open. This one's not nearly as interesting as the other one.
Yeah.
This is, again, something we'll tell our friends about, and we'll explore it together, I suppose.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you head back out to the party, you do see Nell. Quinn, as you're heading back towards the party from the beach, you hear, "Oh, hi, Quinn." You turn to see Philip.
Oh. Ah. Hey.
Philip is in what would modernly be considered Renfest garb. Multicolored, puffied, sleeved and legged pants and doublet with a very jaunty hat, hair slicked back. He's still carrying a sword at his side, and he currently has what appears to be a cask of wine with him.
Hey. Hi.
I was hoping I'd see you here.
Yeah. Yeah, we won.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah. I rode in the boat this year. I had.
Wow,
I had
really?
Cooper. Yeah.
You're Captain Quinn.
No. Nell's the captain, very much the captain.
Oh, okay.
I just moral support, pretty
Right.
much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sounds like the party's getting started.
Yeah. Do you, this band is a bop.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get that. Shall we?
Yeah.
He offers you his arm.
She's gonna like
First he
turn bright red and like very delicately put her hand on his arm.
So you see also Quinn and Philip, arms linked, walk through the gate towards the party.
I'm gonna go check on the boat. So
You're gonna have to pass him.
it's on the way.
Yep.
Okay, then as we Isaac, are you coming with me to check on the boat, or are you gonna join the party?
No, I'm with you for this adventure. So yeah, I'm joining you at the boat.
Okay. What about Nell? Is she still over by?
Nell is right there with you at this point.
Oh, just okay. As we pass by Quinn, I just go.
She's just like, stop.
And just keep walking.
So, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Nell is not necessarily coming with you, but she was standing next to you when you were making this decision, so can have input in this decision.
Yeah, I'm going to check on the boat. So.
Clarity?
I'm just not a partier.
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna
what?
go check on the boat.
Clarity, are you going with him to check on the boat?
Yeah, I'll take along with him.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll see her friends and she'll be like, oh, so,
Yeah.
sorry, Philip, 1 second, I just need
All right.
to tell them something. I'll be right back.
All right.
And she'll just like, she'll come over to Nell. She's so now, oh, hi, Corian and I.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just so bad at names. The pink-haired girl and the other one from the Titania, they were by the boat. I went to put the conch shell in the boat and check it, and they were there, and they asked me if they could buy the boat, and I said no, because it's not my boat. But they were there, and they wanted the boat, and then they were like mad at me for not selling the boat, but I don't own the boat. So, that's...
Thank you for not selling my boat.
Yeah, it's not my boat. I don't know why they asked me to buy the boat. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that they were at the boat. The boat seemed fine. The conch shell's in the boat. That's everything that I know
I
about.
put my hands on her shoulders and
yeah.
stare down at her, and I go, "Go talk to the boy." And I just turn her and just gently shove her back that way.
And she's like, okay. She'll just like very quietly stand next to him without like...
He has gravitated over to Short Billy, who is telling his near-death experience to an assembled group of people while on his 5th drink since the fall. And he's
Billy has a story.
rapt attention.
Yeah, she'll just stand like near him, but not
The other 3 stumble down to the beach.
As we're stumbling, I tell Nell, I go, so we found a secret sealed passageway in the go-kart area that leads to a hallway that we were going to explore, but we thought it might be more interesting if all 4 of us explored it at some point. So maybe at some point during this party when you get bored, there could be some interesting stuff down there. Like I said, it was sealed shut.
Not to mention a hatch in Paul Bunyan.
And I also look at Isaac and I go, and if it's all connected down there, if we could find a way up into the shooting range,
I don't see why not.
we can try.
Oh, were any of the go-karts functioning?
As if on cue, 2 go-karts zip by.
Those 2 were. A couple of others might have been. However, I took care of that.
You have like a giant burlap sack of go-kart parts.
Nell, how long have you known me? Have you ever seen me to pass up a car that wasn't owned by somebody else or that I didn't know was owned by somebody else and not strip it bare?
Well, we could have driven around in it first.
There are still...
There's some left.
I'm working on an actual vehicle for us to ride around in.
But will you let me drive that one?
No.
That's my point.
Under emergency circumstances, possibly when I'm on death's door and need to get somewhere.
I let you drive the ramshackle.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You let
In
me
the
fix
Enchanted
it.
Forest. I let you drive it in the Enchanted Forest, remember?
You didn't let me. We were about to die. And you were fighting a mythical creature. There was no let me drive. There was somebody gets on there or we all die. And in that same circumstances, you can drive the vehicle when it's done.
Yes.
Under those same circumstances. Let's
Life
check
and
on your
danger,
boat.
got it.
I have made a note. Something
I'd
tells me
rather
the
her-
SUV is not going to do so great in that mangrove swamp, but we'll find
I'd
out.
rather... We'll never go there in that SUV.
Well, you won't want to, but the swamp isn't done with you.
I mean, if we're
Cora.
driving down a dirt road and all of a sudden we're in the swamp, I'm just going to be like, well, there's nothing I can do about
The
this.
swamp
so.
just appears where it wants to be.
The
3
octopotamus
episodes
wants
later.
its blood.
Corin will just look around and be like, well, this is fate. Is what this
Corin.
is.
What if you make the SUV waterproof? It could be a water car.
I mean, that could be
It could
something...
be a ship. It could be a ship and a car.
I mean, that could be something I can work on at a later date, but that's definitely not something I can do right now very easily. I want to get it up and running first, then we can Ninja Turtle the van, you know.
All right, so
Old comics Corin has been reading from the before
Exact
times.
old relics from the ancient past.
Amphibomobile.
you reach the boat. The conch shell is resting on a tarp in the middle of the boat.
I want to examine the boat.
Clink, clink.
Okay, give me a mental test. Difficulty 3.
Are there any ne'er-do-wells around?
Machines?
Machines, sure. I'll give you machines this time.
Okay.
As far as ne'er-do-wells go, just you.
14.
There's a number of smaller groups kind of gathered, having little fires on the beach, watching the sunset. 14?
Yep.
It's intact. Well, it's actually as intact as it was when it pulled onto the sand. Nobody's messed with it. But you do
It's
notice
good
that
as
the
new.
hull...
What?
The hull is actually got a couple cracks in it. Stress
Is there anything
fractures.
is there anything I can do something with right now?
Not right now. But you probably wouldn't want to use the NOS again until you fix it.
So we got a cracked hole right here, which we'll need to repair at some point. We cannot use the NOS while this hole is cracked. Although we're out of NOS anyway, so. Doesn't look like anybody's messed with the boat.
Well, good.
Although it sounds like people are
They
wanting
would
to.
they would regret doing that.
I 100% believe you.
All
Or
right.
just kind of leans on the boat. He's tired.
Well,
Well, you did it, Captain. You won the race. 3 years in a row, and it was our last one. How do you feel?
bored. Let's go do something.
Do what?
Sounds on brand.
There's a whole party in
I don't
there
know.
for you.
Well, parties for everyone else. Let's go explore the tunnels.
Without Quinn?
We can bring Quinn. Of course we can.
We're
bring
not
Quinn.
gonna pull Quinn away from Philip. She's been trying to do this for I don't know how long.
Fine, we'll bring Philip too.
Nell, this is the epitome of teenage debauchery. It's as if it was made for you. We just won a race where we battled a mythical creature, used NOS. You have defeated your enemies. There is alcohol and food and music.
We've done all that already.
Do it again.
At least keep occupied until Quinn and Philip are done.
Have a good time. You
Challenge
deserve
someone
it.
to arm wrestling.
Yeah, have you challenged anybody to a fight yet?
I'm surprised you want me to. Ah,
This is an illegal party.
yeah, but we've
That
done
person
illegal
almost
parties
died
before.
jumping with a makeshift parachute. You think I
Could do that.
care if you
Could do
challenge someone to a fight? Just don't use your sword.
Friendly fight. Alright, fine.
Yeah.
We'll go find someone to friendly fight.
Okay. So
Okay.
as the sun sets behind you, you three head back through
I'll-
the torn gates.
I'll catch up. I wanna stand watch at the boat for maybe a half hour.
I would like to bring the conch shell with me.
Okay.
I give that to her. I just want to stand guard at the boat. I want to get in the boat and kind of just lay down and rest a little bit, but also am like for about half an hour or a little bit more. I want to watch over the boat.
Okay.
I just don't trust, especially hearing that people have been around it. I just don't trust anybody, and I know how much this boat means to Nell,
All right.
and this keeps me from bringing everybody else's fun down because it's just Corn's just not a partier.
Fair enough. Isaac, what are you doing?
Isaac is probably going to go get something to eat.
Okay. So, as the sun sets, Nell and Isaac head back through the torn gate into the party, which is now in full swing, as Corin lays down inside the boat and shuts his eyes for a moment. Quinn is on her dream date with her British squire, who is is very fascinated with the local custom of the Bekklopp, and is enjoying the party with you quite a bit. And that is where we're going to take our break for this evening, a little later than usual, but we will be back in about 10 minutes, so stick around and we will see what happens next. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the excitement of After the Fall, our post-apocalyptic show here on Scryer Vision. I am still your game master, Ryan, and joining me we have Clarity, Aaron, John, and Tyler, the unnamed party, who is currently, for most of them, enjoying a party of sorts. We come back about an hour later as we check in and see what our party guests have been up to. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
I'll go first. Oh. Nell will go first.
Okay.
Nell has been half-heartedly flaunting her trophy, so if she sees Chrissy, she'll put more effort into it.
Several times you see Chrissy.
She's also contemplating sneaking backstage to mess with the equipment, just for the heck of it.
Okay.
So she's gonna tell Corn about that when he comes back.
All right. What has Isaac been up to?
Isaac has went to go get some food, probably brought some back to Corin, and then is probably went to go keep an eye on Quinn. Make sure that she and Philip's whole interaction wasn't gonna get messed up by anything.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Quinn, what is Quinn up to?
Just awkwardly hanging out with Philip, offering him snacks. Maybe if he's likes the music, she'll like bop along to it with him.
Actually, he drags you to the dance floor.
Oh, he's gonna dance with her.
Yep.
She was like, if he asks, she would dance. She'll cut a rug with Philip.
So you're taken down into the wave pool where people are currently dancing. There's a mosh pit towards the deep end.
Oh,
because folk ska music definitely has a mosh pit.
definitely.
Here it is.
And what's Corin up to?
After about an hour of just kind of relaxing in the boat and recharging, he rejoins the party. Probably keeping close to Nell or Quinn, seeing what trouble one gets into and making sure nobody messes with the other to mess up her date. In the hour I was there laying there, anything happen? Did I hear or notice anybody?
Some people on the beach singing, having little fires, but that's about it.
No one tried to mess with the boat?
Nobody approached the boat.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Corin. You want
Yes.
to sneak backstage with me?
Why?
Who knows? There could be something interesting. Could mess with this stuff.
Backstage?
Yeah.
Do we even need to sneak backstage?
Is there a backstage?
Yeah, just
There's a
Okay.
place where things are.
yeah, sure.
So there's the band's wagon.
That works for me.
No, Nell, you're not gonna go through other people's things.
But
Why? Why on earth? Tell me that. Tell me why on earth.
Because I don't want to be here anymore.
Where do you want to be?
In the band stuff. So I'm going there.
Okay, I'm not joining her in stealing from the band, so I will walk back over to Isaac and Quinn. I'll keep an eye on her for a few minutes just to make sure no one, I don't know, accosts her.
Okay. So Corin and Isaac are keeping an eye towards where Nell has kind of wandered off to. Quinn
She's
and
rummaging through the band stuff.
yes, Quinn and Philip are currently dancing together rather animatedly down in the not deep end, but the mid-shallow end. You know, kind of medium depth.
Corin definitely has a drink.
Nell, as you are approaching the caravan that the band travels in, you feel somebody grab your arm and kind of pull you back, and you see Chrissy.
Oh,
What do you think you're doing?
what do you think you're doing?
Start
Stopping
walking that
you?
way.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just going for a walk.
Into the caravan.
Good as place as any.
As this conversation is happening, the band is in the middle of one of their numbers. It is incredibly loud, but there's a sound that carries over all of the cacophony, over the music, over the amplifiers, over the crowd noise, and the people singing along. A dull, guttural roar echoes out across the water park as people turn and look up towards the top of Paul Bunyan's head at a shadow silhouetted against the moon, which sheds its wings wide. Blazing red eyes look down as it dives down towards the crowd. And we're going to roll some initiative.
Uh-oh.
Sheesh.
So,
That is good.
the difficulty is 6
For
Well, 7 for
initiative?
me.
for initiative. 7 for Isaac, yes.
Because
and
I'm wide-eyed.
5 for Nell.
I'm going to use my dangerous sense to reduce it by another one.
Okay.
So 4.
Yep, 4 for you.
I have written like on my skill sheet the word initiative, but I don't know what that means. Is
I
it
think it's
actually
just there.
just there automatically?
So that you
It's
can
there
roll
for
it.
everybody who's even if
Okay.
you're not trained. You're not trained.
Got
in
it.
I don't think. I am also untrained.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
All right. So Isaac is after.
I have a 3.
Quinn is even more after.
Yeah.
I did not think.
She's highly
I
distracted.
did not think I would go. I would go before everybody else with this with my 5.
Wow.
Oof. Corin.
This is my.
I regrettably only rolled an 8.
Still
Jesus. I'll go after it.
higher than.
Okay. So.
Besides, Chrissy, why do you care what I get into?
Roar. So.
No, we'll deal with that later. Chrissy, you and I are talking right now.
We're having a talk.
The Manticore gets to go first.
Please, it's not a dragon.
It's a manticore?
It's a Manticore.
It's better than a dragon.
As it descends down, the dim lights from the stage and the lanterns that are illuminating the festival grounds show up kind of red on its underbelly as this lion-bodied creature with a scorpion's tail and large bat-like wings descends down towards the wave pool, towards the crush of people. It stops short, almost spinning in midair, and bellows fire down towards the shallow end of the pool, trapping the mass of people in the medium shallow, where Quinn and Philip are, and the deep end. Some people in the deep end haven't actually noticed that something's happening and are still moshing, even though the music has stopped at this point. The creature is currently hovering in the air, beating its wings. And we will go to the party's initiative. Because this is Cypher System, it doesn't actually matter what you rolled. You get to decide the order that people are going to do things. So, party, what do you want to do?
So it breathes fire, correct?
Yes.
I wonder if that means fire doesn't hurt it.
So
Only one
How-
way to find out.
I have
is
a
it?
quick
It's in the
question.
air. Sorry.
I just have a question. You go first. Do that first. I have a question
It is in
after.
the air, yes.
Okay.
Clarity, what is your question?
My question is how the shatter spell works.
Okay.
How big of a object does it affect?
About the size of a coffee cup.
So the conch shell is too big. Got it.
Just, it could possibly.
Yeah.
It could
Could
possibly
possibly
be
work on-
used for that. That would be very thematic, and I think it could be pretty fun.
Okay,
But,
okay.
That's up to you.
In that case, I am going to run straight to whoever's closest. Either, Quinn or
It
Isaac.
would be Corin. Corin would
Isaac,
probably be
thank you.
closest to
Corin cannot cast Shatter. That's why he has
Yeah,
a gun
Corin
that does it for him.
Corin can't cast Shatter, so I'm gonna run to the closest person who can cast Shatter and give them the conch shell.
Okay, that's probably going to be Isaac. Chrissy is
Alright.
hot on your heels as you two rush through a crowd of people who are trying to quickly depart the grounds. I'm going to need you to make a speed test of difficulty 2 to get through unbothered.
Alright. Just seeing if I have anything that I can apply. I am going to spend a point this one.
A point?
Yep, it only costs me 1 point now.
Oh, because you increased your edge.
Yep.
All right.
I rolled a total of 11.
and 11. Okay. That is definitely enough. As you are able to press through, Chrissy actually does help a little bit as she's drawn a couple of daggers and is kind of pushing people away as they crash into one another. She shouts for people to get out of the park, to run, as she follows you back towards Isaac. And you are able to present Isaac with the conch shell.
Make it explode. And then I'm going to run towards, drawing my cutlass, I'm going to run towards the manticore.
Okay.
At least start to.
You sure? All right, Isaac gets ready and plans to hurl the conch at the manticore, and then prepares to cast Shatter once it's within range.
Okay. So you wind up and get ready to throw. I'm going to need a might test. We're setting this at difficulty 4.
Okay. I have nothing to do that. But no, I'm not going to. I don't have enough, because if I get hit with something from it, then that would get me down to an 8. Okay. I don't know why she didn't just throw it herself.
I don't know how your spell works.
Yeah. 19.
Okay. So that comes with a minor effect then as well.
All right. I'm imagining that while he's preparing to hurl, he's already concentrating on the conch, and then while it is soaring through the air, just concentrating as hard as he can, so that the minute it's within range, it explodes.
Okay. So go ahead and expend your points to activate the Shatter. I'm going to double check the wording on that one too.
For Shatter?
Yeah.
Interrupt the fun. The object must be small, mundane, composed of homogeneous material. Explodes in immediate radius, dealing 1 point of damage to all creatures and objects. Because this is an area attack, adding effort to increase your damage works differently. Okay.
All right.
Copper splinters. Copper jagged.
So
No.
we are going to say that instead of it causing just the 1 damage, it's going to be 1d6.
Ooh.
Because of the thematic sacrifice of this action.
All right. Let's see.
Big money, no whammies, no whammies.
It's on the floor. All right, try this again. 3.
Okay, the blast is quickly expelled outwards as molten hot copper and shards of shell shred one of the creature's wings. It crashes down into the fire that it cast and quickly extricates itself from it. It does not seem harmed by the fire, but it can no longer fly. All right. We still have Quinn and Corin this round. What are people doing?
I'm gonna shoot it with a shatter bullet.
Okay. Are
Yeah,
you doing
I'm in
this? Are you doing this while it's flying or while it's on the ground?
They hit it while it was in the air, right?
Yep.
I mean, is it still in the air, or does that make it
This is
land?
kind of an overlapping kind of thing.
That's where we're all going kind of all at the same time. The Quinn would probably do a shatter stone as well from her slingshot. She would pull it out
Okay.
at the same time.
I'll go ahead and fire.
All right.
So 2 into
It's a difficulty 6.
Okay. To hit it with my
For both of us?
shatter.
No, for Corin.
Oh,
All
For-
right.
We're going to resolve these one at a time. We'll start with Corin.
Proficiency with firearms.
Okay. We're down to a 5.
Higher mathematics because it's flying and trajectory. Auto vehicle. No.
You do have a moment of like, oh wow, this is like a really good triangle. It does not help.
Dope. So 5?
Yeah.
You said 6, right?
I said 6 to start. We're down to a 5.
Okay.
Then at 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Boop, boop.
So you line up your shot, and the creature currently has its back to you. As you shoot it right in the butt, the bullet, are you using a shatter on it?
Already deducted the points.
Okay. So it does, are you using the natural 20 for a major effect or for additional damage?
How much additional damage? I don't think I haven't gotten a natural 20 on an attack. Does 4 additional damage? For additional damage or a major effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what a major effect I could do, because it's just hovering above. It's like flying above the pool right now, right?
It's flying above the flames that it casts on the pool.
I was gonna say bring it down, but I don't want it to fall on everybody. Because you said there's still people in the pool, right?
Yeah, including Quinn.
Directly below it.
We're not in the fire, right?
Correct. You're just near it. You're fire adjacent.
I would like to. It shredded one of its wings.
It will in a moment.
In a moment.
When
I want it
the
to
wing
shred
gets shredded, it falls to the ground.
I want
so
it to
your
shred
action
the
is
other
either
wing.
before that happens or after. Your choice.
Ooh, I do have an idea. Instead of extra damage, it's a manticore. You said correct?
Yes.
So it has a stingery tail.
Yes, it does.
I would like since I shot it in the butt. I would like that stingery tail to just blow off.
Okay. I'm going to say that is a little bit more than a major effect, but if you forgo all damage, that is something that can happen.
I wonder if that would be helpful. Well, I feel like that's an attack that it can't do. Sure, I'll blow its butt off.
Okay.
Blow that butt off.
So Corin lines up his shot. He takes it, and yes, in fact, it does explode the back of this creature, leaving a large wound, and the creature's tail goes flying off. It roars and turns, and as it turns, that's what opens it up for Isaac to throw the conch shell, which blows up, shredding one of its wings, and it falls down into the fire, horribly injured at this point. Quinn,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
She would definitely try and do shatter with her slingshot
Okay.
as well.
Difficulty 6.
Would it be any easier to do once it's on the ground? Probably not. Probably worse.
Actually worse because it'll be on the other side of a giant wall of fire.
Oh. The fire. Darn.
Philip actually draws his sword and kind of pushes you behind him.
Okay, Philip.
Because she's so short, she'll just like duck under his hand.
Yeah.
And step forward. Because I don't think. Yeah, she'll go for damage first.
Okay.
If I spend an effort, that would just lower it by 1, right?
Yes.
Because I have an edge. Does that do?
So remember, effort and edge are tied together. Edge lowers the cost to purchase a level of effort.
Got it.
So usually it costs 3, but if you have a level of edge, it only costs you 2.
I do have a level of edge. So I could extend an effort to lower it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd cost me 2 to lower it and then 2 to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure I got my math correct on that. That's really all I have that would go towards it. I don't think I have any other skills that would make me good at shooting the manticore.
Well, 5 or better.
14.
That's 1 shy, unfortunately. The explosion.
I will spend an XP.
Okay. Go ahead and toss that on the table. I'll take it. XP means that you can re-roll.
Come on. Let's do this. That's worse. It's a 5. I did worse that
So
time.
you line up the shot, and you are about to take the shot when somebody presses against you, kind of knocks you into Philip, and the shot just goes wide and hits Paul Bunyan, blasting a small hole into him.
Sorry. Sorry, Paul.
It is now the Manticore's turn as it shakes off the damage and lets out a bestial roar. It is going to take one massive paw and smack the nearest person clean into the Paul Bunyan statue about 50 feet away. People kind of back up a little bit as it turns and goes for Small Billy.
Oh no.
Small Billy or Short Billy?
Sorry, Short Billy. Small Billy's homesick.
Checking.
That family had a real problem with naming.
I don't know which one do you want to name this one.
That one's Short Billy. That one's Tall Billy. That one's Skinny Billy. That one's Silly Billy.
He's very serious.
It's a very ironic name.
So, we're back to the party's turns. What do you want to do?
Immediately, Isaac expends a point of intellect to cast Resonance Field.
Okay. Is that an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your action this turn, is a shimmering field of energy surrounds you. Who else has an action they would like to do?
People are running away from it, right? Like trying to escape it, get away from it.
Yes.
Where's it positioned right now?
It's at the shallow end of the wave pool.
Oh, that's not good. It's at the shallow end.
Pork.
No, I was gonna throw a smoke bomb so that
Dart's gonna fight it.
it would obscure its vision and everybody get around it. But that was if it's at the shallow end. Everybody's got to get past that.
People are currently climbing up the ladders in the deep end to try to get out. And it's only one person can go at a time. It's going very slowly.
Oh, well, also, I feel like if I throw a smoke bomb, it'll immediately be like, I need to get out of this and just come deeper, closer to the people. So...
Well, fortunately, there is a wall of fire now separating it from the people. That kind of backfired on it.
That's fair. I'm actually going to... Yeah, because it's also kind of dark, but there's lights and stuff everywhere, I assume, like party.
It's a lot more light with that fire.
I'm going to one more time just especially try and keep it from, coming this way or something. I'm gonna shoot another shatter bullet at it.
Okay, you kind of have to reposition a little bit to get a better shot on it. You're up by the bar now as people are cowering behind the bar amongst all the flammable barrels.
All right. So firearms again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Same as last time? Or is it
yes.
easier this time?
No, it is just as difficult. So I think you were able to lower it to a 5?
Yep.
Okay.
16.
Okay, just enough. You're able to hit it. So you do the... what did we agree? 3 damage, I think your gun does? Or is it 4?
The regular... The gun itself does 2 damage, and then the shatter... we did a... Hang on, I wrote it down.
Okay.
How much damage does shatter do?
1.
Then yeah, it's 3 damage. So
Okay.
2 for the gun, 1 for the shatter.
So there's a bullet
And then
pierces
whatever.
its thick
Yeah.
hide, and then there's a sudden rump as it bursts outwards, wounding the creature again.
It's more I did it because it makes it kind of an area of effect bullet. But we're just fighting one thing right now. So,
Yep, one very big thing.
Yep. So 3 damage. Yep.
All right, so that's Isaac and Corin. Nell, Quinn, who wants to go?
Quinn's probably gonna do a big dream monster from her head and put that up as a way to distract it from any of the people. She'll probably go with let's see if she wants to go with the tentacle or she wants to go with the snakes. I feel like she doesn't want to add more terror to the people already there. She's not gonna add like the one with all the little snakes. So she's probably just gonna summon the similar to the one that she had done with the snake, the big tentacle shadow creature, to just pull attention of the Manticore.
Okay. You see it starting to bear down on Short Billy, who is currently trying to get his crutch freed so that he can stumble to freedom. He won't make it. You know this. You reach into your mind, your dreams, your nightmares, and you're able to pluck this creature. You throw it out through the flames, and it erupts between the creature and Short Billy, rearing back and soundlessly roaring as the Manticore stops short and hisses at it. All right, Nell?
I think I'm trying to think of something clever to do. The only thing I can think of is trying to get the wave pool here filled back up to its water to maybe try and drown it. But I don't think that would be it'd be able to feed in fast enough for that to be relevant, or if that system is even functional at this point. So I think I'm just gonna charge at it and swing at it with my cutlass. Mostly, I'm trying to get its attention.
Okay.
I want it to focus on me.
So it is currently focused on the giant nightmare creature that has sprung up. You and Chrissy were running from one side of the pool, and it is currently facing that direction. So Short Billy, nightmare creature, Manticore, with you and Chrissy kind of coming up on the scene from that side of the pool. So you can strike through the nightmare creature if you think it's not real. However, Chrissy thinks it's real and tries to stab it and just falls on her face.
I will run through it because I'm pretty sure I recognize Quinn's powers.
My nightmare.
You've seen it before.
Yeah.
I mean, the ironic thing here would be that it wasn't actually your nightmare. It actually did just erupt from the ground, and now you have a kaiju battle on your hands.
My nightmares but they do come true sometimes.
They do come true.
So...
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna run through it and attack the Manticore.
Okay.
Bursting out from it. I am hoping that might make it a little bit easier, though, as it is not expecting me.
I will lower the step by 1 step for the surprise. So you're from a 6 to a 5.
And then I am, of course, trained with my cutlass, so.
Yep. So we're out of 4.
It's a might to use my cutlass, I presume.
That is correct. What are we doing?
I'll go ahead and spend some. Oh, wrong spot. I'm gonna spend some might
Okay.
to lower it once more and give us a roll.
All right. So, you're 12 or better.
Shouldn't it be down to a 3 now? Because I used
Oh yeah. Sorry. 9 or better.
12.
All right. Would have been fine either way. So yeah, the moment Chrissy takes a dagger and tries to cut through the nightmare creature and it's not there, it begins to dissolve, as is what happens with all of Quinn's nightmare constructs. As it begins to dissolve, you rush through the gap before it can completely evaporate. You charge through the other side, your cutlass swung high above your head as you strike out at the creature and cut a deep gouge across one of its eyes. So, how much damage?
4 points of damage.
On the cutlass. Alright, so that brings us down to that. Alright.
And I'm just going to say, not that it can understand me, I'm going to say you chose poorly today.
We'll see. So that's everybody this round. It's now the Manticore's turn, and Nell, you're standing right in front of it. It is going to try to bite you, so I need a speed defense roll, difficulty 6.
Well, I am trained in speed defense.
That lowers it to a 5.
1. And I am going to spend a point of speed to reduce it again.
Down to a 4.
And I think that's it.
Okay. So 12 or better.
I'm going to spend an XP to reroll it.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
It's not bad, but yeah, you know, it wouldn't have been enough.
So we're going to give it a reroll, and
Okay.
hopefully it's better. 2.
Keep hoping for that 1. So a 2, huh?
Yep, a 2.
Okay.
Not ideal.
So as you stare down the creature in its one good eye, it just opens its jaws, and this mouth larger than you snaps down on your torso. You feel teeth go right through you as you are thrown from its mouth through the flames and land in the sea of people in the wave pool. You take 8 points of damage.
Through the fire and the flames.
No, the
8
flames
points of
actually
damage.
didn't do anything because she wasn't in them long enough for it to do anything. It was just the bite.
8 points of damage, all going straight to might.
Yep, anything that you don't have left in might goes into speed then.
And so when my might is depleted, I become impaired, right?
Yes, as you are now bleeding profusely from wounds that go all the way through your body.
I'm screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quinn, you actually see Nell fly through the air
Gosh.
and land in the deep end of the pool. Fortunately, the people she lands on break her fall, but she also kind of breaks them a little bit.
You're crazy.
I chose poorly today.
The nightmare creature evaporates, and it is once again the player's turn. Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna pull out my bigger gun,
Okay.
my rifle. I see it do that to Nell, and I say, "Okay, let's do it." And I just pull out the rifle and take aim and fire. Right at its dumb face.
All right. You are actually at its backside right now. So either somebody needs to draw its attention towards you to shoot it in the face, or you need to move.
Can I get around it to shoot it in the face?
It's going to take a little bit of time to get into that position.
Does it look like it's wounded anywhere other than the giant
Well,
gaping
its
wound
tail
on
is
its butt?
gone and its wing is shredded, and it's missing an eye, but you can't see that.
I'll go with, so I'm kind of behind it.
Yeah.
I'll shoot it like towards the front, like up, basically trying to like shoot where I think its heart would be, like through the back of the ribs. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
sure.
take like a body shot.
All right, so it's a difficulty 6, lowered to a 5 because you're firearms.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
15 or better.
$15.
Okay. What is with you rolling exactly the number or one away from it that you need? It's
Imagine
crazy.
what would happen if I did. Imagine what would happen if I didn't lower it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So 15, you are able to get a shot. It hits the ribs and you hear something crack very loud, but you don't think it hit its heart. How much damage? Is that a 4?
4 damage.
Okay.
4 damage.
Okay, it turns its attention towards you, away from Chrissy.
Goody.
All right, who else?
Turns towards me and I just go, oh.
I am going to use the respirator that Corin gave me.
Okay.
We agree that gives me 1d6 points back.
Yes, it does.
All right. 2.
So you hit the inhaler portion of the respirator as you're carefully kind of helped to your feet. You can barely stand as you're clutching the wounds in your torso. And you get a sudden surge of energy, but not much. You are awake, though.
Alright. Am I still impaired, or do I return to being hale?
You are hale.
Okay. I'm gonna revisit that flooding the pool idea again,
Okay.
and try to identify where the controls of that would be.
You see several things that you think might be spigots that would let water into the pool. Would you like to
Right,
use
do I think-
those, or?
Yeah, I'll run to the closest one and throw it open.
Okay.
I don't know if this will be helpful. At least put out the fire.
As you turn the knob, nothing happens.
Dang it. Alright, and then I pretty much exhausted what I can do on my turn, I believe.
Yeah,
but I'm
because you
gonna
kind of
pull
had to
out- I'm
press
just gonna
your
pull
way
out
through
some rope.
people. You're gonna what?
I'm just gonna once I get there and see that it's not working, I'm just gonna pull out some rope and turn back towards the manticore.
Okay. And that leaves us with Isaac and Quinn for this round.
Isaac is gonna try and use the fact that it's. I'm guessing this is after Corin shot it.
Yeah, if you want it to be, sure.
Yeah. So I was gonna use that to, while it's turning Isaac to release his retractable pike and hurl it like a javelin into the creature's shoulder.
All right, that'll be a difficulty 6 might test.
All right.
Do you have anything you can lower it with?
Sadly, weapon skill pike.
This isn't really the traditional use of a pike.
True. No. Sadly, no.
Okay. So you need an 18 or better. But it's going to be
about
amazing
coming
if it
instead of
works.
throwing it? I come in from the side and jab him.
That you can try. That the pike training would definitely play into.
Okay.
So that'll
Well,
be difficulty 5.
Okay. Okay. 13.
Just missed. The pike extends a little too fast, and you go a little high above the creature. It doesn't even notice you.
Oh boy. Well, at least it didn't notice me.
As you say that out loud, it turns its attention to you.
Oops.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have my little wooden shield up.
That'll be very helpful.
I'm sure it will.
So Quinn, what are you doing this round?
Quinn, she'll probably turn to see if Philip's still there.
He is, but he's a couple people away at this point, kind of trying to reach out to you to get to you, and the crowd is panicking, and
like
people are
pushing him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just gonna yell at him, like, help get people out of here. And then she'll turn back and she's gonna try and do a scene scenario around the manticore to make it feel like he's someplace he's not, so that he doesn't see us anymore.
Okay.
She's gonna like drop this, basically make it look like he was dropped into the forest, the enchanted forest.
Okay.
Just make it appear that where he looks around is the forest, so he doesn't see people. But I don't know what that looks like to us from the outside, because it's me making it a scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that looks like to anybody that's not inside the scene.
So you construct the scene, and everybody looking from the outside, you see this sort of shadow erupt out of the ground around the creature that is just this darkened aura. It has vague shapes of trees and rocks. That's all you can see from the outside. Isaac, since you are pretty much standing right in it, this shadowy form of a rock envelops you, and the manticore seems very confused and is kind of sniffing
You're a rock now.
where you were.
Yeah, that's her move.
Okay, that's everybody for this round. It is the manticore's turn as it takes its claw and is going to test the rock where the elf was just a moment ago. It's going to just... So I'm going to need a speed defense roll from Isaac. That's going to be a difficulty 6 lowered by 1 to a 5 because of the illusion.
Yeah.
You have anything else you can lower it with?
No, and then if it misses, I'm just hoping that between the pitiful wooden shield and my resonance field, that I'll be okay.
Okay, we'll find out.
15.
Exactly what you needed. You just kind of sidestep as the giant claws on these paws slice through the illusion and it starts to dissipate. You are able to kind of dodge backwards through the rest of the illusion and are now outside the creature's line of sight. The manticore used its turn doing that. Who's next?
While I'm there, can I use my advantage to actually hit it this time?
Sure, you can certainly try. That'll lower the difficulty, again, might, by 1 step to a 5. Your training brings it down to a 4.
Alrighty. Here we go! 17.
That hits. And I believe a 17 does 1 extra damage, too.
And that's 4 damage.
Okay, so total of 4 or 4 plus 1?
It might be 4 plus 1. Let me see. Pike attack. I don't have it listed in here.
Okay,
sadly.
it's probably 4, so a total of 5. The creature howls in pain as the pike stabs through its side. Actually, right in the point where Corin's bullet had already ripped a hole. Several people actually rush forward, including Short Billy and Brody, as they help you leverage the pike into the creature, lending their strength to yours. Okay, who's next?
I'll get mine out of the way, because we know what I'm going to do.
Okay. So 15 or better?
There it is.
There, what is?
3.
Oh.
Well, it's not an at 1, so you don't shoot somebody else like Isaac.
The 1 is like really close to the 3, so it like hovered on the 1, and then like rolled to the 19, and then to the 3. So that was a roller coaster of emotions for me. That one's going away. So, boom, just goes wide.
Yep.
Over
Actually
it.
hits Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
Again. All right.
Jeez, Paul. Sorry.
How was the...
That's my
how's the
wasted turn.
How's the Manticore looking?
Not great.
Not great?
It's very, very badly injured in a number of places and regretting its life decisions up to this point.
Right. Well, it's worth it to do what I was originally going to try to do. If I just... It's stupid to go towards it at this point, but that's definitely what I'm doing. And I'm going to do something even stupider.
Okay.
I am going to, with my rope in hand, try to jump onto its back.
So there is currently a wall of fire separating you from the creature.
How big is this wall of fire?
Big.
Like, can I jump through it big, or is it...
No.
Alright.
Well, you can try, but it's about 8 feet wide and
8 feet?
as tall, so...
I can't conjure water that quickly. Alright, I'm not gonna risk jumping through the fire at this point.
Okay.
But can I use my fleet of foot ability to run around the fire and still be able to do something?
So to do that, you're going to have to climb out of the pool first, because people are trapped currently in the area you currently are in.
Oh, so I am in a very inopportune location for me to be helpful in any way.
I mean, you took a hit.
True.
That
but
most of the
I'm
people
also...
of this party probably would have killed him.
But I am also Nelly DeLance. Alright, I
We're
will
the protagonists. We actually have HP.
I will, So, yeah, I think I will... Well, am I able to just climb out where I am, or do I have to push my way onto one of the ladders to actually climb out?
You're kind of more towards the deep end. You would need something to boost you up to get to the ledge to pull yourself up, and even that is going to be tough given the current state of your core muscles.
Alright, is there anything up top that I could maybe throw my rope around?
Yeah, there seems to be, in addition to people, there's a small, what looks like once was a lifeguard stand.
Alright, yep, I'm gonna try and throw my rope around that so I can use the rope to climb out.
Okay.
So,
Let's call that a difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4?
Speed.
Will my not work help?
Yes.
Right, and then I'm also going to spend a point of speed to decrease it once more.
Okay, so we're to a 2, I believe.
Yep, and that is gonna be what we have. We've got nothing else to help.
Roll a 1.
It's an 18.
An 18. Okay. So you lasso a pylon on the lifeguard stand and are able to quickly climb the rope with only minorly exacerbating your wounds. And you get up to the top.
I would like to shift my focus to helping other people climb out using the rope.
Okay, people are already grabbing the rope and starting to climb up. You're able to kind of start to help pull them out.
If I can set up more ropes, but I'll do that on next turn, I suppose. Can set up more ropes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm guessing my thing went away.
It's fading currently.
Attacked. Yeah, when he attacked.
Yep.
Attacked them. If I shatter, or do I have a good eye on him to try and slingshot him?
You can see him through the flames. The flames will probably add a 1 difficulty, though, to the shot.
Okay. She'll just try and re-establish the dream.
Okay.
Like as
you're focusing on trying to keep it from falling.
From falling. So he attacks it and it starts to fade and I bring it back up.
Okay. You spend the energy to attempt to maintain it. The creature is not sure what's happening, has no idea where this attack is coming from. But it is now the creature's turn, and it is going to lash out wildly. Isaac, I need a difficulty 6 speed defense roll.
Oofda.
Oofda.
I believe in you.
Nothing's gonna help me this time. Hey, it's a 3.
Oh no.
So it is kind of writhing around in pain, and you, Brody, and Short Billy, all holding on to the pike, get thrown with it as you kind of skip across the surface of the pool through the fire and take a total of 5 might damage.
Damn.
It's better
I
than
didn't expend any might. Knew that was coming. Oh wait, my resonance field. Would that have taken effect?
Yes, it would.
Let's see. The effect lasts for 1 minute. Creature within immediate range makes an attack against you. The pattern energizes to block the attack, but it's not quite the same. But the creature attacking takes 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
you have
You
to
make
make
an
a
intellect
defense.
defense roll in place of the defense roll. Okay. Well, it's still a 3.
Yeah, it still wouldn't have mattered.
Exactly.
Okay. So unfortunately, it doesn't do anything as you... The shield actually defended against the first bounce, blasting some of the concrete of the pool, and then you just kind of kept going.
Okay. Am I still holding my little dinky wooden shield?
Yes, but your pike is currently embedded in the creature.
That I can understand.
Okay. It actually, in addition to lashing out like that, is going to stampede forward and passes out of the illusion and stops suddenly, realizing that it's not in the forest, it's in the water park. And it is about 20 feet away from Corin. Who wants to go next?
Is it looking at me?
No, but it is very close to you, and it is now... the head isn't exactly on you, but it's a little to the side.
So I've seen Nell get like hit to hell.
Yeah.
But she's back, and
I'm fine.
I just saw Isaac get hit. Ah, this is stupid. What I'm about to do.
Do it. Do it.
So
Do it. Do
I'm
it.
pretty much like right close to its head.
About 20 feet away.
How's its head look?
It's missing an eye.
I'm gonna pull out the shatter gun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run towards it, and what I'm attempting to do is shove the shatter gun into its eye and shoot a shatter bullet.
Point blank.
Okay.
And I mean, shove it in there like, and then pull the trigger.
Yeah, no, I got what you mean. We're going to call this a difficulty 7 test to start.
Yeah, it is. Firearms
Can
skill?
I
Down to a
add
6.
to his try by making once the creature breaks out of my illusion and I see Corin step forward, can I like add an illusional effect to him to make him seem bigger and like scarier than he is? Like
Sure.
just established.
That'll
Make
drop
me
it
look
to
like
another one.
something. Make me look like something that it would want to let touch its eye.
Another manticore.
Yeah. I don't know what they're into.
No, I want to just make it more intimidating for it.
Okay. So it's going to be lowering it from a 6 to a 5.
I really want to say tinker because I feel like this is not how anything I have is supposed to be used.
I'm not gonna say yes to that. Sorry.
but
Five.
I am right. None of this is supposed to be used like this.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Predictive equation.
All right.
I predict this is gonna hurt.
I predict this is going to go poorly.
So that's a difficulty 6, and I'm gonna put this XP here if you want to take it. 'Cause that's a 1. So that XP is right there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this last XP right there.
You can
where
only
take-
spend 1 XP per roll.
I
Other people
will
can
spend
spend
an
it.
XP.
Okay.
I will spend an XP.
I thought last
That's my
session Nell spent like 2 XP because she kept failing at something. And
Other
then we
people spent it.
No, yeah, other people spent it for me.
Yeah.
All right. So does I fail?
You
I spent one.
Yeah.
I spent
Somebody
you
else
spent
spent it.
Oh,
so-
you spent 1. Cool.
I spent one
Third?
for you.
Third time's the. Thank you. Third time's gonna work.
Yep.
Hey, it did. That's a 19.
Hey, that's additional 3 points of damage too. So what happens is, Corin, you're kind of cautiously stepping towards it. You see it turn its head towards you. Its one good eye locked on you as suddenly this darkness envelops you. You're not sure for a moment whether or not it's the Manticore's doing. But you realize that it kind of takes a step back. And you rush forward the last couple of yards. Taking your gun, you try the first time to shove it into its eye. Then the second time, as it dodges out of the way. The third time, finally, you manage to embed up to about your wrists in this gooey, viscous, disgusting substance and pull the trigger. There is a muffled blast as smoke begins to rise out of the Manticore's ears. It lets out a gurgle and falls dead on the pavement.
On me.
You're stuck in it currently, yes.
Cool. I also just realized I could have exerted effort to lower that difficulty, and I didn't.
Well, I mean, the one still would not have. Yeah.
Oh no, but the second one was a 15, which is what I would have needed. Which is why I was like, nope. But then,
Whoop.
Nell gave me that extra. Like, it took me 3 rolls to get here, people.
Yeah.
But you have
Nice.
managed to destroy the creature.
I just
Nah,
lay
of
there
course,
with my hand in its eye.
over the course of the next hour, the party has dispersed, but a few people stick around.
No, I'm still just
The
laying
fire is out. Somebody eventually pulls Corin out of the eye.
Quinn would definitely go over to him and be like, dude,
This has been a really,
Right?
this has been a really bad day for Corin.
Mythical creatures, not his
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Oh,
Quinn, at one point while you're sort of helping people who are injured and getting people out of the pit with Nell's help, you're finally out when Philip rushes back over to you. Are you all right?
oh, yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yes,
Did you
I'm
get
fine.
out? Did you help?
Yes, I was looking for you. I didn't see anywhere.
Yeah, I was helping.
Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
Yeah, that thing is it's pretty big.
And another awkward moment ensues between the two of them. But Philip does reach out and take Quinn's hand.
she'll take, grasp it back and like lightly squeeze it and say, I'm glad you're okay.
The party is definitely over. The ska band quickly packs up their things and leaves, as the fire from this battle probably did not go unnoticed, and you suspect, and in fact do encounter, several rangers wandering into the water park, weapons drawn, and rather odd that this group took down this beast.
Nice of you to join us.
point of fact. I'm taking the tip of that manticore tail. That's a trophy.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, that is where we're going to end it for the night. So we will come back in next week, next Friday. We'll actually be doing another little time skip episode here to get the party to graduation. As they are, once again, big damn heroes. That could have been so much worse for the people of this community. Only one person died. Well, more like 6, actually, because the fire definitely hit some people on the first pass.
Speaking of almost dying, I don't want to know what would have happened if I'd have let the 1 go. But how much damage would I have taken if Clarity hadn't given me that XP? Because I was right up on its face.
It would have bit you like it did Clarity. And
Dope. I have
would
less
have
smite than she does.
That
might
just
have
rolls
killed me.
into speed then. So.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm down some speed as well.
Would have been bad, but
It would have been bad.
you would have survived. It just, yeah. Okay, let's award some XP, shall we?
Yeah, some XPs.
So, I don't know that anybody necessarily accomplished any big goals, but were there any minor goals people tried to accomplish this evening?
I held Philip's hand.
Quinn
Excuse
had a
me.
date with
Yeah.
Philip.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. XP
Excuse
for
me.
Aaron. Anybody else?
No, I'm sorry I didn't write kill Manticore as like one of my goals.
Yeah, seriously.
No go.
Mop,
Yeah.
mop. All right. In that case, who is the MVPC tonight? Which character deserves the extra bonus point of XP?
I honestly want to nominate Quinn because I feel like without those illusions, that would have been a very different fight.
Also,
That's how
Quinn
I
got
feel.
some really needed boy time in.
I got boy
Wow.
experience.
I'll nominate Quinn as I'll second Quinn for the illusions as well.
I think that's a tertiary one, actually, since everybody seems to be in agreement that Quinn was the MVPC this week.
There you go.
So,
Mhm.
and I'm also giving everybody an XP for completing the party.
Hey, I got my XP back.
Yay.
So, I'm also going to give Isaac 1 XP
Ooh.
for exploring even a little bit the tunnels.
Hello.
All right. So I think that is it. A couple of channel announcements. We will not be having Dungeon Sphere this Sunday because Dungeon Sphere is moving to Wednesdays. So we will be broadcasting again. I believe Sunday we will still have our Little Bit More Paint episode at 3 p.m. 4 p.m. Central Time. But then our next show will be 7 p.m. on Wednesday. So we will see you then, and we will see you next time. Players, do you have any announcements you would like to make?
I'm actually going to try to do some streaming. I've been neglectful of that this past week just because I spent a week with a busted ankle, and this past week I've been trying to get back on to some kind of schedule, so I'm going to be streaming Doki Doki Literature Club Plus and trying to finish that. That's at Storytime Rowan on Twitch.
All right, awesome. Sounds fun.
I too will be resuming my individual streams at Clarity Graves, where I will be starting Dragon Age Inquisition.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a completely blind playthrough. I know nothing about the game.
You're in for a treat.
I'll be starting next Thursday.
Okay.
Nice. I made a TikTok of my cats helping me catch a mouse last night. If you want to check out my TikTok of that, it's it was the highlight of my night, watching my cat stare at a mouse for hours, and then finally I caught it in a box and put it outside.
Aw.
Yeah. No mice were harmed.
In the making of this TikTok.
Except for the cat did like scoop it and like throw it. It didn't actually like hurt it. He just like whacked it. And just watch the TikTok.
Tyler, anything you want to announce?
I have been neglecting my TikTok and my Twitch and my YouTube because of life. So I have nothing to announce for those.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we are done for the evening. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Players, thank you very much for playing. That was a fun episode. And we will... Guys... Oh! There's a notification in the chat that XP should be given to Isaac and Corin for collecting parts.
Ooh.
So,
Parts collecting.
I'll allow that. Sure. I'll issue that in a moment here. All right. Thank you very much, Brena. And we will see you all back here next Friday for graduation day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.